Hello and welcome to Enjoy English School.
欢迎来到 Enjoy 英语学院。
I'm Stevie.
And I'm Laurie.
Today we are looking at part 2 of our culture lesson about June, the best month for weddings in the past.
That's right.
Yeah, but we learned yesterday that now the most popular months to get married are September and October. But people still get married all year round, basically.
所以呢，我们今天呢，这个第二天的这个文化之窗要来继续谈到呢，这个6月婚礼虽然6月在过去是第一名，但是呢，后来已经呢输给了9月跟10月。那但是关于婚礼还是有很多很有趣的东西，所以我们今天赶快跟着 Stevie 老师一起来看看吧。
Okay, now yesterday we were talking about like the best time to get married, and now we're basically just talking about getting married, weddings, and some of the vocabulary that you will use in weddings. Okay, so this is part 2 of the article. In the days before a wedding, there can be a bit of fun. It doesn't say there has to be. It says there can be. There's some fun things that people do before weddings.
没错，所以呢，接下来呢，我们就要来看这是文章的这个后半段了啦就在讲到说呢，在婚礼的前几天 in the days before a wedding 那么 there can be 就是刚刚Stevie老师强调的，你并不是一定，但是你是可以有怎么样呢 ？Be a bit of fun 能够这个有一点这个好玩的事情的，你是可以这个稍微弄一些有趣的事的。
Yeah. Nowadays, bachelor and bachelorette parties are held for the groom and bride-to-be. Okay, so bachelor. A bachelor is a person who's not married. Okay, so a bachelor party is basically means the last party you have as a single man.
没错。
And bachelorette, the last party you have as a single woman.
That's right.
In the UK, in England, they call them hen parties. Hen.
How do you spell that?
Chicken. Hen. H-E-N.
母鸡的。
Yeah, 母鸡 party.
母鸡 party.
Yeah, they call it a hen party. But these bachelor and bachelorette parties, or hen parties, are held for the groom and bride-to-be. Now, the groom is the guy who's going to get married, and the bride-to-be, we call her the bride-to-be because she's going to be a bride at the wedding.
没错。
It's still early. We could say groom-to-be, but oftentimes we just say groom.
Groom.
Or maybe it's groom and bride-to-be.
Maybe. 好，所以呢，我们来看到接下来这一句，他讲到说，而到了今天那么如今这样子，那么男生的还有女生的单身派对所以呢，这里的话呢，一个是 bachelor 就是男生的，那么 bachelorette 就是女生的这个单身，然后 parties 派对所以呢，或者刚刚 Stevie 老师讲的 hen party 那么呢，这个男生跟女生的这个单身派对呢，会被举办 are held 被举办，为了谁呢？为了这个准新郎，还有为了准新娘。
These parties often include activities that celebrate being single. Okay, so these parties, they often include different things that will celebrate, hey, you're still single. Actually, you're not still single. You're already engaged.
对。
E-N-G-A-G-E-D, engaged. So maybe they're saying, okay, we're going to have a party, and you better decide at this party, are you sure you want to do this?
Be careful.
Maybe. I don't know.
OK， 所以呢，接下来这一句他讲到说呢，这些派对指的就是上一句讲到的这个男生跟女生的单身派对呢，常常会包含一些活动是来庆祝 这个身为一个单身being single 身为单身这个身份那么要庆祝这件事情的一些活动但是呢，刚刚 Steve 老师也讲到了，就是你已经 engaged， 我们中文呢其实翻成是你已经订婚了你已經有被人定下來了，所以呢，那麼你這個有些活動你要不要做，你可能自己還是要先稍微想一想這樣。
Many couples also create a gift registry prior to their wedding. Now, we don't really do this in Taiwan, because in Taiwan people give red envelopes. They give money, which for a newly wedded couple, I think is more practical. Giving them money to start their life is better than a bunch of gifts that they might not need.
That's right.
Yeah. But they they create a gift registry before their wedding, prior to the wedding. And we'll talk about what that is in the next sentence or two.
That's right. 所以呢，接下来他讲到了许多的这个couples 我们讲的就是这个伴侣或者说我们讲新郎新娘他们呢也会这个 create 是做出一个这个 gift registry 就是礼品的清单，礼物的清单，在什么时间点呢 ？Prior to 就等于 before 的意思，所以是在他们的婚礼前这些这个新郎新娘呢就会做出一份礼物的清单。
So the registry is a list of things they desire for their future. Usually they register at a store, some store, and they put on the list things that they want or need. And so people can get online or go to the store. They check the registry and they'll say, oh, they want this. And then when somebody buys it, that gets checked off the list. So it's kind of more of a modern thing, more for the last maybe 10, 20 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. But so it's a list of things they want for their future.
没错，所以这里的 registry 呢 ，register 本来是指登记的意思所以刚刚 Stevie 老师有提到说，他可能在美国来讲，在国外啦就是你是可能到某一家商店，然后呢去做一些这个他登记出他有哪些东西是他想要的那么这对新人把他登记好之后呢，客人们就可以去，不管从线上或者实际到那个店里头去看他们的这个清单，然后呢去做这个赠送的一个动作所以呢，这里讲的这个 registry 这个登记呢，它事实上是 a list of things， 是一些物品的这个清单list 是清单。那么什么样的 things 呢？就是 they 是指这对 couple就是这个新郎新娘呢 desire 他们想要的 for their future， 在他们的未来的生活上他们想要的东西。
Generally or usually, each guest will bring something from this list. So that's kind of the modern way to do it. It wasn't like that in the past.
所以呢，他讲到说，那么一般来讲的话呢，每位的客人就会从这个单子上，从这个清单上面挑选了某样东西，然后带去。
On the day of the wedding, the groom shouldn't see the bride before she arrives for the ceremony. He's not supposed to see her before she's in her wedding dress.
OK. 所以呢，接下来讲到在婚礼的当天呢，这个新郎他不应该在这个新娘她到达这个婚礼的现场之前去见到她所以应该是这个他们讲说，就是在穿上那个这个新娘礼服之前是不能见面的。
Yeah. It's more now of you can see her, but after she starts getting ready, you can't see her again until the wedding.
OK. 所以就是呢，这个之前当然是可以见面，但是当他开始在着装、在准备的时候，那通常就不能见，然后一直到婚礼的现场。
Yeah. Now, this tradition started with arranged marriages of the past. So, in the past, they would arrange weddings. Like maybe they had never met. They never saw each other. But their parents maybe knew each other, or maybe they had a matchmaker. Like in Taiwan, they call that a
媒婆.
Yeah, 媒婆. But they would just get married and not know each other or see each other.
对。
That was an arranged wedding.
所以呢，接下来讲到，那么这样的这个 tradition 这个传统，指的就是上一句讲的就是在这个新娘穿好礼服以后，就一直到婚礼现场之前是不能见面的。这个传统呢，它 started 开始于什么呢？开始于就是那种安排的婚姻，这里我们直译是这样，叫 arranged marriages 那么呢，也就是我们讲的媒妁之言被安排的婚姻 of the past， 在过去是这样。所以刚刚讲到的就是不管是父母亲安排的或者是透过刚刚讲的有一个叫 matchmaker， 就是媒婆帮你安排牵线的，但是呢可能两个人根本就没有见过对方，所以这种的婚姻呢是开始了这个传统的原因。
Now, this is terrible, actually. The taboo, this taboo of you can't see her before the wedding. It was intended, they started this because it was intended to prevent the awkward situation of either person backing out after catching sight of their partner's looks. So, to make that simple, it means you can't see her or him before the wedding was because for arranged marriages, they didn't want them to see each other because it might be awkward, 很尴尬, if they saw each other before the wedding and one of them went, oh, no, they catch sight. They see what their partner looks like and they don't like it. So they say, no, I'm not getting married. So they have the wedding, they come up, and the bride lifts her veil, and that's the first time they see each other in those old traditional arranged weddings. Scary.
这有一点好，所以呢，接下来讲到的 taboo 是指禁忌的意思那指的就是上一句我们讲到的这个到达婚礼现场前不能见新娘这个禁忌呢，它就是 intended to 是目的要目的要干嘛呢 ？To prevent 要来防止，要来预防下面这个状况。什么状况呢？就是一个 awkward situation 一个非常尴尬的一个这个处境，一个状况。什么状况呢？of 后面告诉我们，就是 either person 是指两者中的任一所以不管是新郎或者是新娘，两者中的任何一个人呢 ，backing out 是指打退堂鼓那打退堂鼓是在什么状况下呢 ？After catching sight of their partner's look， 就是在他们看到了自己另一半的外貌之后，打退堂鼓，为了避免这个尴尬的状况，所以才有了这个禁忌。
Today, it has become a way for the couple to save the special moment for each other. So, of course, they've seen each other, they've been dating, but he hasn't seen her in the dress.
No.
And she hasn't seen him dressed up as a groom.
对。
So it's to kind of save that special moment for each other so that they can always remember that.
所以呢到了今天当然已经不再是那种安排的婚姻，不再是 arranged marriages， 但是呢 it 是指这个 taboo has become a way， 就变成了一种方式。什么方式呢 For the couple 就是对这个新郎新娘来讲呢 to save the special moment for each other， 就是把那个在婚礼见到对方穿好了这个婚装这个礼服的那一刻就是特别的一刻呢，把它留下来给对方，给彼此就变成了这样的一个方式了。
We'll take a quick break right now, and we'll be right back with the rest of the article. Okay, looking at the next part, we just talked about them not looking at each other or seeing each other, right? Well, now we'll talk about some of the other traditions. A bride's clothing is also heavily influenced by tradition. Her dress, what she's wearing, it's heavily influenced. When we say something is heavily influenced, it's very strongly influenced.
Deeply?
Deeply, that's another good word. D-E-E-P-L-Y, deeply influenced by tradition.
所以呢，我们接下来看到这句讲到说，一个这个新娘她的衣服、她的服装呢，也是深深的受到传统的影响。
So, there's a saying. There's something that we say in English at weddings. Something old, something new. something borrowed, something blue. Okay. And there's a reason that we say that.
Okay.
I should say reasons that we say that, which we'll talk about in the next few sentences.
好，所以呢，我们讲到说呢，英文里头是有一个这样子的俗谚啊，就是讲到说呢，某样旧东西，然后某样是新的东西，然后要某样借来的东西，以及某样蓝色的东西。
First of all, it rhymes, right?
对，有押韵。
Yeah. Here, each item serves a purpose. Okay, so each item that we're talking about, it does something. There's a reason that we say this.
所以呢，接下来我们看到他这边讲到说，在这儿哦，那这里的 here 指的就是在这个 saying 里面，在这个俗谚里头呢 ，each item， 因为我们讲的4个东西，所以他讲每一样东西、每一样物品呢，它都 serves a purpose， 是有它的用处的啊、哦。那所以这里你要用背的，就是 serve 这个动词去搭配 a purpose 一个目的啊、哦，就是有一个目的，它有一个用处，这个是一个固定的用法。
Yeah. So, these words are what we call symbolic. We're going to see the word symbol in the next sentence. But symbolic, S-Y-M-B-O-L-I-C, it means they represent something.
是有象征性的哦。那我们看到的那个 symbol， 它是名词，是象征的意思。
Yeah. So, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. The old protects the baby to come, when they get pregnant. Like the old people, the old, the grandma, the grandpa, the mom and dad. So the old is to protect the baby to come, while the new means a bright future.
所以呢，我们就来看到这4样东西它各有什么用处呢？也就是说它各代表了什么意义呢？所以首先第一个句子里它讲到说，旧的东西呢会保护即将到来的宝宝即将这个诞生的宝宝，而这里的 while 我们可以翻成而这个新的东西 the new 指的就是那个新的东西呢，它则是代表着一个光明的未来。
Something borrowed brings good luck.Because it means people are willing to help you. That's what that means.
Okay.
Something borrowed brings good luck, while blue is a symbol of purity and fidelity. Purity just means you're pure. Fidelity means you're loyal. You won't cheat on your partner.
That's right. 所以呢，接下来讲到借来的东西就会带来好运啊。然后呢，蓝色的东西则是一个纯洁还有忠贞的象征。
Yeah. At the end of the wedding, a bride typically or usually tosses her bouquet. Now, we don't say throw. She doesn't throw it at people. She tosses it.
所以呢，接下来我们讲到在婚礼的尾声的时候，新娘通常都会叫 typically 通常都会呢抛出她的捧花。
The single woman who catches the bouquet at the reception is thought to be the next to walk down the aisle. So if whoever catches the bouquet, they say that is the next woman to get married.
对。
Yeah.
好，所以呢，接下来他讲到，而单身的女性怎么样呢？如果接到了那个捧花是在这个婚宴上接到捧花的话呢 ，is thought to be 就是被认为是怎么样呢？下一个要走入礼堂的人那这里的 walk down the aisle 是那个走道的意思，它指的是那个礼堂的走道，所以你会走下那个走道，那意思就是下一个结婚的人。
Yeah. Okay, this is the end of our article.But we're going to break really, really quickly, and we'll come back with a review. I want to mention gift registry. In Taiwan, they give red envelopes of money. Well, in the past, it was tradition to give something to the couple for their home. Okay, something they would need for their home. Maybe...towels.
Okay.
Or a toaster,
Okay.
烤面包机.
对。
So what would happen is you would get 10 people who would buy towels and 10 people who would buy toasters. And the gifts, they would get a lot of gifts that they had to take back because they got all the same things.
Okay.
And so people started doing a register or a registry so that people would know what they needed and what they wanted. But still, some people still ignore the registry.
Really?
And still just, because sometimes it's at expensive stores.
Okay.
So sometimes they go, okay, but they get them something nice.
OK， 好，所以呢，这边 Stevie 老师跟我们分享的就是说，最早的时候，其实在还没有礼物清单的时候，是因为新郎新娘常常会收到重复的东西，很多毛巾或者很多烤面包机，所以后来就出现了这种礼物清单，让大家知道新郎新娘要什么哦，那谁送过什么，你不要重复这样子。那只是他刚刚讲到说，但是因为通常那个东西可能不便宜，所以有些人他还是照自己的意思，然后 ignore 是不管的意思，不管那个 registry。
所以其实红包还是最好。
the most practical way.
That's all the time we have today. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
第12页，文化之窗，告别单身，关于婚礼这档事。
June, the wedding month. In the days before a wedding, there can be a bit of fun. Nowadays, bachelor and bachelorette parties are held for the groom and bride-to-be. These parties often include activities that celebrate being single. Many couples also create a gift registry prior to their wedding. The registry is a list of things they desire for their future. Generally, each guest will bring something from this list. On the day of the wedding, the groom shouldn't see the bride before she arrives for the ceremony. This tradition started with arranged marriages of the past. The taboo was intended to prevent the awkward situation of either person backing out after catching sight of their partner's looks. Today, it has become a way for the couple to save the special moment for each other. A bride's clothing is also heavily influenced by tradition. There's a saying, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Here, each item serves a purpose. The old protects the baby to come, while the new means a bright future. Something borrowed brings good luck, while blue is a symbol of purity and fidelity. At the end of the wedding, a bride typically tosses her bouquet. The single woman who catches the bouquet at the reception is thought to be the next to walk down the aisle.